unfortunately, there was someone caught in the crossfires. A gentleman, a metal worker, suddenly got a lot of hate mail. And he's like, what is this? Well, I guess it's not hate mail since it's the 21st century, but hate messages online. He's like, what is happening? And I guess what happened was there was a game between two Italian soccer, what are they called?
Rivals?
Rivals,
yeah.
I guess.
Intense rivals?
Intense rivals because it's North and South. The North and South relations in Italy are, well, that's another article. And he saw that the game was supposedly won through hard work or lost because of a bad ref. And he happened to share the name of that bad ref. Now, this issue, like I was kind of talking about a little bit before, is not just a rivalry between soccer teams, but rather a rivalry between the North people and the Southern people of Italy who kind of have bad blood with each other.
Sure.
I learned about this many, many years ago when I studied Italian, and I didn't really feel it when I went through Italy and I went from the North to the South, but you don't really feel it as a tourist. You got to kind of be there. And apparently the people in the South think the Northerners are a bit, arrogant and kind of hooty-tooty.
Okay.
Kind of like too arrogant, I guess is the word that I'm looking for. And the people of the North think the Southern people are too lazy or dirty, right? Gangsters. And this caused the whole rivalry between these two teams to take to a new level. And they really fought over it. The person online has requested everyone stop blaming him for the issue. He says he understands why everyone is upset, but it's not his problem. I don't know if I would have been so kind or cared. But anyways, there's no resolution yet. And so far the game has not been overturned. Italy does have a history of throwing games or having illegal activity during soccer games. So who knows what has happened, but it looks like this game is safe from the government overthrowing it. I guess it's not the government, but the regulatory body of the soccer in Italy. Do you think news articles about sports in your country, I guess America, right? Mm-hmm. News articles in America for both of us, are they quite biased or are they more neutral?
I think they can be. Mm-hmm. I think that the writers, maybe they have allegiances to certain teams based on their hometown or something. But also I feel like a lot of the writers cover teams for such a long time that there are emotional attachments. Or maybe they cover teams for a long time and then there's a falling out or there are disagreements and then they kind of have like a little bit of a vendetta against them. They don't want to cut them a break anymore. So I think that can happen.
Yeah, they bring that vitriol right into the writing itself. Yeah, I don't read enough sports articles to know if they're extremely biased or not, but from all articles I've ever read in my life, there's always going to be a bias.
Sure.
And humans are just human. And so I don't think there's any truly neutral thing except just posting the score.
Yeah.
The two names and the two scores.
Here's what happened.
But even then, it's just like they shot a goal and they missed. They shot a goal, they hit, or whatever they're called in soccer. Do you read a lot of sports news or do you just look up the...
Not really, because I feel like it's not interesting. I'd rather just see what happened. Play by play or whatever, or watch the highlights.
YouTube highlights,
YouTube or whatever. So I don't really need to read these articles.
Yeah, I feel like sports journalism is not going to be the same or has not been the same for a long time.
Yeah.
Now coming from America, what is the sport that fans take most seriously?
I would probably say American football these days, but I've heard NBA is fast approaching that level. So probably one of those two. What do you think?
Yeah, so I think in general, the temperature of how fans were in America when I was living there is definitely American football. That was the majority of passion in sports. But among the sort of, how would I want to say, newer generation people, it seems like basketball is kind of pushing that more passion and that more involvement. March Madness is literally madness sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways. Well, now since we've learned more about sports, especially me who knows next to nothing, go ahead and learn some of the vocabulary down below, and hopefully you can learn, use that in your everyday English in your own life. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Torrent.
Torrent.
Bogus.
Bogus.
Annulment.
Annulment.
Vitriol.
Vitriol.
Ingest.
Ingest.